farm has been in my family since 1960, and that's when we moved here. And when we moved here, that house over there was literally a barn. It had hay in it. Had been a house, but it was being used as a barn for hay and everything. So my dad's brother moved in with his little family, and he was a really good carpenter, and he started renovating and doing things, living in the part of the house that was livable. He moved out and my family moved in. That back part of the house is the original part. This part right here, this back wing, was not here. It was added later. And then there was also a wing on the side that was added later. But originally it was just a little 2-bedroom house. My dad had this farm for 60 years, and he passed away recently, March 9th, and 2020. And my mom had already passed away, and my sister, so I was left the farm. And my dad was a pack rat. So there was a lot of things in here that needed to be taken care of, and he just said he'd leave it for his kids to do, which he did. So this little house here, the little cabin, was used for family picnics, and my mom and dad would come out here every morning and eat breakfast in the summertime, which I thought was insane. And they would carry all their kitchen stuff out here in the spring and then carry it back in the fall, which I never understood why they didn't have it all year if they like to do that. And now I do, because there was no insulation. When they had it, it looked kind of like Cracker Barrel decor, but it got to be too much because all of the walls were covered with everything. So we have spent the last 5 or 6 weeks.
I thought it was 6 or 7. I couldn't remember.
Since the weather warmed up, we have spent that time getting the trash out and hauling mass quantities of stuff to the dump. Now we've got this pretty cleaned out, and what we're going to do to save cost, I think, is we're going to paint the siding. I don't like black and white, so I want it to be kind of a more cottage look, and so I've decided to paint the siding, even probably to paint the roof. And what we're going to do is we might take this porch off. We haven't decided yet, because it doesn't really go with anything. You can tell that was the original little porch, and then that was added on. So we probably keep this one and take this one off. And then there's lots of tree work to do. This tree right here is dead, and it's just about to fall over onto the building. We've had wood bees, which you can point up here.
Where at?
Up, see under the eaves there? See those brown spots? That's where wood bees have hit the building. And I've had a pest inspector come out, and he said that we had carpenter ants, and so I'm going to spray for those and get it good and pest free, and then we're going to start painting and renovating, and I'm really excited. I hadn't gotten excited about anything until I found the closet bathtub, and then now I'm over the roof excited. One of the things I've already done is fix this. My dad had this flower bed, but it had those little scalloped brick-looking concrete things around it, and I don't really like those. Took out one of his flower beds in the back there that never worked because it got too much shade, and this was all full of weeds, so I just took the weeds out, put the rocks there, got the roses. I think that's going to be really pretty. You want to turn around? This was the old house. And that's Brian's burn pile, where he's burned mass quantities of things.
Have you decided what you're burning? Like, you've said you've taken a lot of stuff to the dump. It's not heirloom stuff you're taking to the dump.
No. What we're taking is unsalvageable stuff. Like I said, my dad was a pack rat, and he had layers and layers of stuff. In the shop, we couldn't even get in it because there was so much stuff.
Do you want to go look at the shed?
Yeah, well, first of all, I wanted you to show everybody the view again. It's just gorgeous, and hopefully we can really renovate this place and make it somewhere where people like to come, have picnics, and enjoy themselves, because that's what this was used for years.
Well, let's go look at the shed.
Okay. Okay, this right here was my dad's shop. You can see where there was a leak in the roof, and we've got it down to this level, and now it's to the point where we just need to shovel this stuff up. Where the leak was, the bench rotted, and it was all just gross. We've got more glass to get rid of. We've got things to pick through here, but this is pretty much there. Adam wants me to tear this down. I had people come yesterday, don't tear it down, it's salvageable. So we don't want to do anything to it for a couple years anyway, so we just want to get it cleaned up. And Moses decided there's something interesting right over there.
This was his dog, right?
Yeah, this is my dad's dog Moses, and he's decided he's my dog now.
Let's look at the other side.
Brian and I were out here shoveling, and we got too hot. We almost died out here.
Mm-hmm.
We've gotten a lot done.
But one of the things we found is all of these old antique glass bottles
that we have to clean up.
that we have to clean.
Yes.
And we'll try to post those at some point.
Yeah, and this is my neighbor's washer and dryer that we loaded all the bottles on. This was 2 lawnmowers that we're going to sell, but they were in the other part of the shop. And this is my tricycle that was used in The Wizard of Oz. It's the Wicked Witch's tricycle, and we put it in here to cover it and get it out of the rain.
But here's some of the stuff that was in there.
Right, this is what we're not going to throw away. We've picked through, and well, some of it, there's old piece of wood.
And most of us are wearing masks, but we're still coughing. So we don't have the COVID, we have the dust cough.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what it's been like to do this during the time of a pandemic?
Well, actually, it's been better.
Okay, in what way?
I have help. People aren't doing anything. You guys would normally have been, doing a play every weekend and wouldn't have been here. Adam would have had his business going, and he said he couldn't have been here as much. I don't know what I would have done.
But one of the negatives has been that we can't have a yard sale.
Right, but we're not really ready yet anyway. We haven't got anything priced. We've got to look up values of so many things. That's just, you can't see it from here because it's been all cleaned out, but there's room full of stuff that we have to go through, clean, sort, and decide what we're going to do.
And the cars are not available for sale for 6 more months, right?
Right.
Because another thing is, even though we passed in March, the courts were closed.
Right.
So the 6-month probate didn't start until the courts opened again, which was just a couple days ago.
Right.
And it is June, what is today? June 19th. June 20th. June 20th.
So anyway, we got that big train car up there that I would like for Brian to let us spray graffiti on, but I don't think he's going to.
No.
He's let me use this while we're storing the furniture, getting the furniture out of the house. The house is full of mold, and we'll have to...
Why is the house full of mold?
There is no crawl space under the house, and when they rebuilt it, they didn't raise it up so air could go through. It's unsalvageable. I've had several people who know what they're doing come in, look at it, and say, no, you can't do it.
Because it looks okay from the outside on
Right.
first glance.
Right.
Here's another view of it.
Yeah, but it is not okay. It's got black mold. It's everything is covered in mold. That's why we're having such a problem salvaging anything, and that's why we have to have the train car
Yeah.
to put things in.
Which we're letting it air out right now before we start trying to clean furniture.
Right.
Okay, I think that's good for now.
All right.